I wanted to talk to you about something.
Alright, what's up?
Yeah, life's good or whatever. But what you been up to, girl?
Oh, nothing much. Just been grinding on these charts. So, I was thinking about pursuing trading full time.
Full time? That trading stuff you talking about, that little hobby?
Ooh, you still in that trade mess? Thought you would have been gave that up by now. Huh.
Then, I want to take this serious.
Hey, girl, it just doesn't seem like it's worth it, you know?
You seriously need to be in them damn books full time. Hell wrong with you?
Whatever, girl. You do you, boo. Just let me know when you're ready to stop being delusional.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dariana, aka Not Her Time, aka Your Trading Bestie, and I'm just gonna jump straight into this video. Most of us has had someone in our lives tell us that we should not pursue our dreams, that we should take a normal or safer route, or that we just straight up will never accomplish our goals. And the fact of the matter is that people will judge you for the choices you make for you. I've recently been reading this book, The Courage is Calling by Ryan Holiday. Great book. And it has inspired me to want to make this video for you guys because I want to leave y'all with the feeling that this book has left with me. It does not matter if you just started on your trading journey or if you've been trading for 5+ years. To be a trader, you must have courage. Okay, courage is one of the 4 stoic values. It's a necessity. Courage means many things. Courage is willingly taking on risk. Courage is to be the one that stands alone. Courage means to persist even when faced with hardship. Courage means to get over fear. We don't emphasize this enough, but if you're not willing to be the odd one out, if you're not willing to pursue your projects regardless of the side comments and the noise, or if you're not willing to persist on your journey even when success is nowhere in sight, then trading is just not for you. Those are just a few of the uncomfortable experiences that you may encounter while being on your trading journey. And you have to ask yourself, are you willing to risk going through that? Are you willing to put up with that? Is trading worth that to you? Is trading worth it? Choosing to pursue trading has probably been one of the most fulfilling moments of my entire life. It was the first time I fully made a decision for myself without taking into consideration the opinions of friends, family, neighbors, teachers, and etc. I made that decision back when I was 18. And when I reflect on my teenage years, I realized 2 things. 1, I put way too much emphasis on the opinions of others, so much so that it would literally stop me from wanting to do anything that made me stand out. I did not want to do anything that made me stand out from the crowd. And 2, I was making decisions based on what other people thought was best for me, but never based on what I actually wanted out of my life. You know, we're always going to have to make choices in life, and some choices will be bigger than others. And we have to decide what we're going to be able to live with. And that can be scary for us. We get so paralyzed by fear that we don't take action at all. We don't make a choice on anything. We have this collective fear of being judged, making mistakes, and facing unforeseen consequences. But the only way to get over this fear is to do the things that we are afraid to do. That fear is not going anywhere. Okay, unless you do something about it, unless you actually do the thing that you're scared to do, it's not going anywhere. That's just how it is. That's like saying, oh, I'm learning how to trade, but I never took a trade. Or I'm learning how to play basketball, but you never shot a basketball. How you learn by taking action. That's the best way to learn. If you're not taking action, then you're just accumulating knowledge and not doing anything with it. And that's a topic for another video. Every choice in life has pros and cons. Everything has pros and cons, and you have to learn how to weigh those pros and cons and choose what you're willing to take on. Personally, in my journey, I chose to shoulder the weight of pursuing something that can be considered high risk than to shoulder the weight of wondering what my life could have looked like if I just took a chance on myself. And you know, that's scary. You know, there's still cons on this side too. And one thing, I'm not about to sit here being curious, okay? I had to take action, even if it was scary as freak. And y'all, I was scared. Sometimes, I don't know if y'all experience this, but I feel like a lot of us sometimes limit ourselves to fit in with the people that we are around. We don't dare to dream any higher or any less than the people that we surround ourselves with. because we don't want to be that one that's different. We don't want to be that one that's sticking out, the one that people talks about because you're doing something so outrageous to them that they just can't fathom why you would ever, do the thing that you're doing. So we don't do it because that's more comfortable for us, which is valid. That is so valid. Y'all, everything I talk about, I literally experienced, which is why I could talk to you about it. We have to have the courage to see what others don't see. We have to have the courage to hear what others don't hear. Y'all need to ask yourself, are you doing what you're doing because you want to, or are you doing it because everyone around you is doing it? There was one question that Ryan Holiday asked in this book. And that question was, what would things look like if we all acted out of fear all the time? That was a fire question. That got me thinking, if the people that we look up to were too scared to be who they are or to pursue the things that they wanted to pursue, who would we have to look up to? Who would be there to inspire change in the collective? If everybody was too afraid to make mistakes, then we could never learn from other people's mistakes. And if we are too afraid to make mistakes, then we will never be able to teach these lessons that we learn to the group that comes after us, which will probably be the most valuable lessons that they could ever learn. Y'all, when I first started my trading journey and I would watch people's tips, trading tips, the little basic trading tip videos, they were so helpful. Literally just by listening to what I listened, okay? I listened. I feel like I saved a lot of capital. I did lose a lot of capital, but at the same time, I feel like I saved a lot of capital because I listened to what these traders were saying. They were saying, this is a mistake I was doing. I kept doing this. I kept doing that. Okay, so off rip in the beginning, I already knew I'm not going to be doing that because they just told me what would happen. I saved so much capital in my trading journey by listening to other people's mistakes. And now I'm in a position now where it's like, okay, I have way more knowledge and I'm still managing what I started with. Those lessons, the mistakes that people learn and then the way they pass it down to others, those lessons are the most valuable ones. The lessons we learn from experience, the lessons we learn from other people's experience, those are the most valuable lessons that's going to stick with us for the longest amount of time. Progress depends on the courage of the unreasonable person. Love that quote. One thing that I ask myself that keeps me going on my trading journey is I ask myself, do I have any traders in my family? And to my knowledge, no, I don't. I'm the only one that I know in my personal family that is a trader. So that means I should or I must be the one to take on the risk and attempt to be the example for my family. Who knows who in my life I'll be able to pass this information down to? Who knows what type of life I could introduce into the next generation of my family just because I decided to take a different type of risk and take a different path. I feel like in our groups, someone in our hometowns, in our schools, in our communities, there has to be someone to do the things that people are afraid to do. Because if nobody does them, we're all just going to be too afraid to do them and we're just going to be stuck with the same problems. We're not going to be able to find any solutions because the solutions are in the things that we're scared to do. But I use that as a motivator for me because it's like, I don't know the reason why God has put this vision on my heart, but I know that I must walk down the path because who knows what benefit it could bring to the people around me. That's kind of leading into how I want to end off this video with these two quotes that I wrote down from the book. I got my little everything notebook here where I write everything that I need to write down. So the first quote from the book that really stuck with me is, by being brave and going forward, we are helping everyone that comes after us. The second quote from the book, and this one, I love this quote, definitely gonna stick with me and I'm happy I get to pass it on to y'all. The courage of one reflects the courage of many. How powerful is that? How powerful is that? When we pursue our goals with commitment and move forward despite our feelings of fear, we are positively contributing to the overall collective success of all traders. That's powerful. And I feel like you could literally apply that to other things too. The success of one reflects the success of many. Y'all, I wasn't even gonna pull this book out, but I feel like I need to now. Give me 1 second. I have this book here This is volume 1 out of the series, the Ebony Success Library. This was given to me by my family, and I literally love flipping through it because it talks about a lot of the first Black people that were the first in their fields. They paved waves for everybody who came after them. There was one girl in here who, the first Black lawyer in Pennsylvania. Imagine being the first person to do anything. Imagine that. Imagine that pressure. Nobody has done it before. People, you're saying, oh, I want to try this. And they're looking at you like none of us have ever did that before. Why do you think you can succeed at that? They're not going to let you succeed in that. Why would you ever do something like that? And they did it anyway. Now we got this whole book. Now all the people from history that impacted their fields ended up in this book. Now this book is in my hands. I literally flipped through this book, and everything, the courage that they had in their fields literally gets transported into me and my body, and now I can have courage in my field. And that is just an example of how the courage of one reflects the courage of many, y'all. That's powerful. If we see one person strive for success and win, then we will do the same. And then others will watch us, and then they will do the same. And then the cycle will literally continue. And then eventually large scale change will happen. Like, y'all, we don't know what the future will hold for us as a collective. Like, the saying may go from 90% of traders fail to 70% of traders fail. We don't know. But what we do know is that we have one life and a limited amount of time to live it. With that in mind, I hope you all can say that you've made choices that you are happy that you made, and that you can say that you can live with. If you're a beginner trader watching this, I really hope that I empowered you to lock in on your journey and to see your trading journey through. Please remember, y'all, that you guys are not alone in this. There is somebody out there experiencing a similar journey to you. I'm gonna end this video here. Thank y'all for letting me come up here and lecture. I just had to speak on this. Y'all know I like to make videos that I need. Let me know your experience with having courage and your trading journey. Did anybody ever try and play you and try and come for you, or try to say that you couldn't do what you're trying to do, and you had to tell them nothing? Because guess what? We don't use words to fight back, okay? We use action. Please like, comment, subscribe, and if nobody has told you yet, let me be the one to tell you that somebody has faith in you, and that someone is me. With love, I will see y'all in the next video, and y'all better be out here having courage, okay? I got up here on this camera freaking exposing myself to the whole online public world. Y'all better have courage too.